All right, hello everyone. So I know in a few months you probably will forget about the conversion of units. Some of you may still have some problems solving those questions, and some of you will have some problems solving the conversion of units in a few months. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna record this video. Whenever you have an exam in the coming months, you can just simply come back to this video. You can download it into your phone, and then you can always check it to remember the important steps of conversion of units. So I'm going to solve 3 questions. Those 3 questions will help you to understand and to solve any problems that are related to the conversion of units. Now the first example here is I've got 1000 meters and I would like to turn it into kilometers. How am I going to do that? First I'll start with the input. I've got 1000 meters multiply by. Now a lot of students write down equal here, but that's not true. You should write down multiply and then you will make a division. Here you have the input, which is meter. This should be meter as well, the denominator. So I'll write down meter here. And the output here should be kilometers on the numerator. So I'll write down kilometer on the numerator. Now, which one is the single letter? Of course, M is the single letter. So I have to add a number here, and that number will be kilo. You guys know what kilo is. It is 10 to the power positive 3. But I don't need numbers in my denominator, so what I'm going to do, I'll just take it to the numerator. That will be 10 to the minus 3. The sign will flip. This is a very important step. Try not to forget it. The sign will flip. So this goes, because I took it to the numerator, this meter will go with that meter so that I get rid of the input. What is left is the output. So simply the final product will be 1000, and I've got 10 to the times multiply 10 to the minus 3, and the final unit will be kilometers. Now that will be the final answer. If you write down this in the exam, then you got the correct answer, but you can make it look more pretty by raising the power here and by making this number smaller here. So you make a balance, you raise this one and you will degrade this one. So you raise this one with 3 factors, because I've got minus 3. If you raise it with 3 factors, it will be minus 2, minus 1, then 0. That's 3 factors. Minus 2, 1, minus 1, 2, 0. That will be 3 factors. So this will be 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 0. And this will be smaller with 3 factors as well. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So this will be 1. Okay, that will simply be 1. It's 1000, but I will make it less with 3 factors, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here, any number to the power of 0, that will be 1. 1 times 1, that will be 1. So nothing changes here. 1 kilometer. So that's our final answer in a more proper way. You can write it down like this, or you can simply just leave it here. No problem. Both answers will be correct. So the correct answer is 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer, as we've got it here. Or you can say 1000 meter equals to 1000 times 10 to the minus 3 kilometer. That's also true. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's go to the second question. This question should help you as well. This one says, if I've got 2 megaseconds, change it into seconds, right? Okay, let's change that. 2 megaseconds into seconds. Okay, I'm gonna start with the input, 2 megaseconds, then multiply, not equal, guys. Don't make this mistake, the division. So this should be the input, the denominator should be the same unit with the same prefix as the input, so that they can cancel each other. And the numerator should be the output, which is second. So which one is the single letter? Of course, second is the single letter. So I'll write down the number next to it, and what will be my number? Mega. And mega, as you know, is 10 to the power 9. Okay, now do I have to flip the sign? No, I do not need to flip the sign because it's already in the numerator. So I'll just leave it here. Okay, the final step will be 2 times 10 to the power 9 seconds. That's the final answer. This way, you can solve this problem. Now here we did not need to flip the signs. That was the difference. Okay, let's go for the final problem. And this will be, let me just write down, if I've got 1 kilometer, let's change it to centimeters. Okay, here we've got double letters. Both of the sides are double letters. So what we're gonna do here, we will do this in 2 steps. First, I'll change the kilometer into meters so that I have a single letter, and then I'll change the meter into centimeter. So I'll do it in 2 steps, okay? Because I have double letters in both sides. So what I'm gonna do, I'll find the link between them, which is meters. First, I'll change it into meter, then I'll change the meter to centimeter. This way, I'll have a single letter in both of the steps. Okay, let's do the first part, 1 kilometer into meters. That's the first part here. Let's do this one here, number 1. All right, so I've got 1 kilometer, that's my input, multiplied by the division. The denominator should be kilometers because this kilometer will go with that kilometer, and the output, the numerator, should be meters. Okay, which one is the single letter? Of course, the meter is. And what is kilo? It is 10 to the power 3. Now I don't need to flip the signs. I'll simply just add the numbers. 1 times 10 to the power 3 meters. Okay, so I've got the meter. All right, so we can go to the second step. From meters to centimeters. That's my second step. All right, so I'm going to change that into centimeter. Okay, let me do that. First, I'll write down the input, which is 1 times 10 to the power 3 meter multiplied by the division, and the numerator, the denominator should be meters. The numerator, why should it be meters? So that they can cancel each other out. And the numerator should be centimeters, of course, because that's the output. Now, which one is the single letter? Of course, meter is the single letter, so I'll write down 10 to the minus 2. Why 10 to the minus 2? Because centi is 10 to the minus 2. But I don't need this number in the denominator, so I'll put it in the numerator, and the sign will, yes, it will flip from minus 2 to positive 2. So let me just erase that one. I'll erase that one. I'll erase that one because I don't need them. Okay, let me do the final step. 1 times 10 to the power 3 times 10 to the power 2, positive, of course, centimeter. Now I can add those up, and in multiplication, the powers add up, right? So this will be 1 times 10 to the power 5, because 2 and 3, if you add them up, they will become 5. And the final unit is centimeters. Okay, so that will be our final answer, and it looks really pretty. Now, you could say that 1 kilometer is equal to 1 times 10 to the power 5 centimeter. So that's how to do it in 2 steps. If you've got both of the letters that are double letters, a couple of letters, you can have a link between them. That's 2 steps, but it helps. It makes the whole thing simpler. All right, I hope you don't have any problems left, any struggles left with conversion of units. And whenever you forget about conversion of units, you can simply come back to this video anytime you need. All right, good luck, guys.